Planetary, issue number 25. Here we are again.
Here we are again. Thanks for coming, John.
No problem. Going to tell me what all this is about?
Well, this is a useful place, John.
I need to go.
You did what you could, I know. But they've got something on you. And I know you're my friend. You never did anything for Anna Hark, after all. That alliance was all for show. She still doesn't know it was you who got Jim Wilder to stand on that travel stone in Washington State. They destroyed that building to get at the travel stone, but they didn't want to risk using it themselves. You selected a candidate to test it on, Anna Hark's personal detective, no less. The Four must have been pissed when he came back empowered, and leaving you with no clue as to the location of the shift ship the travel stone connects to. I bet they tore you a new one. And you must have been just humiliated or scared, enough to put a thorn back in their side for revenge. Payback was breaking the blocks the Four put on my memory.
I'm leaving, Elijah. We're not doing this. Call me when you're less crazy. What is this, Elijah? I gave you William Leather, remember?
Dowling and Leather weren't getting along, and there was always a good chance that Leather would kill us all, or that we'd kill Leather. I think the only thing he wasn't expecting was that I'd torture William Leather. Drums.
The comms device is in his head, right ear leading down into his larynx. We'll have to operate.
Elijah, you can't do this.
I don't have any choice, John. I can't have a major intelligence player helping the Four. Not now. And I need to know what you know.
I can't let you...
You don't have a choice. No more playing us against the Four. No more goddamn groveling to them so they don't kill your scheming ass.
Blitzen suit, I heard it spin up.
Be seeing you.
Mines?
Enjoy.
No.
Give up.
I can't. Don't make me hurt you.
Don't make me laugh.
I warned you. What happens next is your fault. Yours and goddamn Elijah Snow's. The devil's paw. I hacked it off someone tougher than you 20 years ago, and it had killed 180 people before I ever laid eyes on it. Make your move. Just remember, I asked you to give up.
Well, if anyone was watching, John, they got a good show. I figure you're covered.
Well, I'm so glad you saved me from the Four. I mean, they might have hurt me, you bastards.
Ah, quit whining. If you'd told us there was a bomb in your chest, we would have been prepared in advance. The drummer didn't hear it until we were loading you on the chopper. I had to freeze it and keep it that way until we got here.
Whatever. I'm dead anyway now. What do you want to know, Elijah?
Everything. But we're going to start with the Four. I want to know, first, how they got their abilities. All we know is that their 1961 moonshot took them into the bleed somehow. They sent a probe first. The probe's telemetry stopped for an hour, then came back. No one thought anything of it. Dowling didn't tell anyone what he was really doing. Didn't tell anyone he knew there was a nodal point in cislunar space, a crack into the bleed, inferred by something in an early planetary guide, actually. Must have been hell on them, transiting into multiversal space in that tin can. The stress on the Artemis L killed its in-flight camera systems. The people who've seen that footage think it was the transit into the bleed that changed them. Very, very few people know what happened next.
My God, what was that?
It worked.
What worked? Randall?
I told you this mission was about making us great. I couldn't risk anyone else finding out exactly what I'd planned. I'm sorry, my darling. We should have received a change in trajectory. There, look out front.
What have you done, you crazy son of a bitch?
Randall, what is that?
It's what I was told would be here, recorded onto the tapes in the probe. It's our future. Fire the port attitude thruster for 2 seconds. There's something I want to show you.
Oh my God.
We have traveled through the multiverse, my friends. Look at what could have been. Look at another Earth. Our Earth's rules dictate that superhumanity is an accident of birth. This Earth is different. A planet of eternal super entities who learned the secrets of inhuman powers many centuries past. We've been granted access to their transformative apparatus, that gate we're moving towards. We are about to become post-human. All has been planned exactly.
Why would they do that?
Good question, darling. Always seeking clarity, eh? They have but 2 concerns in their lives, knowledge and safety. In return for their gift, we transmit to them all the secret knowledge of our Earth, and will be perfectly placed to do so. We can use that knowledge too. Can you imagine the adventure we're about to embark on? Us, alone out of all the people of the world.
And safety.
Yes, you don't get to be that old without being paranoid, apparently. Everything is perceived as a potential threat, even backwards little monkey worlds like ours. In return for this, I've sold them the human race. Payable in 50 years. Sometime in the next 50 years, we give them our Earth.
What about us, Randall?
Once we go through that device, we become like them. We become ageless. And the bleed is vast. The multiverse is vast. There are more Earths than you can imagine, and we can travel to any of them. We will live forever, armed with the secret wisdom of ages, possessed of fantastic powers, with an endless number of Earths for us to use as we will.
What will we become when we go through?
That I don't know. The process is apparently random. It's an adventure. Are you ready?
Hell yes. Sometime in the next 50 years, they said to Dowling. That was in 1961. We're into the 21st century now. The best-case scenario is that a parallel world full of paranoid, ageless posthumans is going to come for us in 2011, presumably expecting us to have been subjugated by the Four previous to their arrival. And who's to say? Maybe we have. The wonders they've withheld from us. Perhaps we've been made a third-world version of the Earth. But you coming back, and you getting serious, that scared them. Time could be running out for them as well as for us. If they have to show an Earth they're pulling all the strings on, sometime very soon, then you'd be a bad person to have around, wouldn't you?
I have only 2 more questions, for the moment. 1, what do they have on you?
Elijah, my God, do we all look alike to you century babies? I've barely aged since 1965, man. How do you think that happened? Next.
2nd, I know how Green, Leather, and Seuskind were transformed back in 1961. I've never been able to find out what happened to Randall Dowling himself.
Oh, he stretches, Elijah. He extends. You remember when you penetrated his Antarctic base, knowing there was something precious to the fore there. He and Seuskind, they called those things their children. Their genomes are impossibly messed up by the transformation. They can't have normal kids, but it didn't matter so much to him. His mind, Elijah. How do you think he got so good with blocking memories? It's not telepathy. His mind stretches and worms out and lays eggs and reproduces. Anyone who's ever been within 100 feet of Randall Dowling, Elijah, probably is Randall Dowling. Including you, including me. And I've never known, Elijah. I've never known if he screwed my mind or not. I could be thinking of ways to kill you right now and not know. It's why I brought you back. I hoped you'd save me.
It's why I'm here, John. You just rest now. I'll take it from here.